Hello everyone, how are you guys? Yes, today we are going to make some anime shops. And hello Nikori, how are you? Glad you're joining us. Hello Madam Perry, hi. How are you doing? Kapil, good morning. How are you doing? AQ Vlogs, how are you? How are you guys? How have you been? Yeah, so today I want to make somewhat a longer stream, see how things go, because I really want to get into anime stuff. But the issue I've been having is, hello Seven, how are you? Hello Akbar Mix Officials, hey. Yeah, so the issue I was having is that I don't have enough assets to make something cool. I end up just going back to the real looking stuff and mixing them with anime, which is end up making the scene look more realistic than anime. So I want to go for a more anime style by creating a few assets that I can reuse. And I'm glad you guys are joining me. Hello, Black Dracula. How are you? Hi, my good friends. How are you? Hope everyone is in a great mood. I hope so too. I am myself in a great mood. I'm doing good, bro. Glad to catch the stream without being busy today. Nice. Great. Did you finish the client's work? Because I remember you telling me he needed his stuff the client needed the work in, was it less than a day? I'm here in the beginning, and I'm here in the beginning of the live. I love anything Japanese. Nice. I guess we can start with this here. Let me paste the reference link or the send to print. Great. Good to hear, man. Okay, let me drag this here. Oh, by the way, I have a few affiliate links in the description if you want to check them out. There is one for the Pure Sky Pro. They have released a new update, and it comes with a lot of cool stuff. Like you can see some stuff here. I don't even know how they make this, but this would make really cool anime clouds. I can even animate them. The way these are animated is just amazing. I can see these volumetric clouds, sunsets, auroras, skies. Just look at that amazing detail. You even get the Milky Way, moons. Yeah. So if you are interested in something like this, links are in description. Oh, you love Japan and the culture? Yeah, just have amazing stuff. Do you have Discord? Yes, I do. Hello, C4T. How are you doing? Glad to see you joining us. And Alexandra, how are you as well? Is your name pronounced Alexander? I don't want to be pronouncing it wrong. What asset are you going to be making? I'm going to be making mostly these shops, so that in the next stream when we are trying to make an anime scene, we can easily just drop them and basically do a build, maybe like a Lego brick build up with pre-made assets. It makes it much easier. Yeah, I do have this code, and thank you, Kapil, for putting that in chat. Okay, so yeah, let's jump with this. I'm going to use Photoshop to make some textures, and I guess we can start right away. The first texture I'm going to make is a simple gradient. So let me open up Photoshop here. 100 by 100, and let me just create a horizontal gradient. I usually just do that in Blender, but I want to keep things simple. So let's have a linear gradient. Of course, it should be black and white. And the opacity, let's see. Just save this in my decos. Oh, I already have a linear gradient there, so we can start right away. I guess one other thing we could do is have a color palette, so that we don't create Let me first grab the image here. Let's create a color palette so that we don't have to create a new material for each. Actually, maybe not a color palette, because we have the materials are a bit complex. We can't just use one. Can you do a tutorial on turning a real place into a picture? For example, a beach in say California or Florida, and turn it into a cartoon like Pixar and other movies. That's something we could do. We could try. Oh, it's Alexander. Nice. Okay, good guys. Guys, in this week I will upload my new material add-on, so you can try it. Nice. Next week, okay. Pinterest always has, and I also like that they have a great suggestion algorithm. You can see it really suggests a lot of cool, amazing things, and I think we can try a few of these as well. Just look at this, and you click on one, and they give you more options like this, which is quite cool. So I use it a lot when I'm working. I don't quite understand what update of material was about. I'm not sure I understand as well what you're saying. Okay, let's start with this. Let's jump in and start. The shape itself is very simple. So cube and go into edit mode. So something like this. Now we can start right away. I'll call this wall, and let me set up a UV map here, or a UV map editor. So I'm just going to use the editor here. What is your professional background? I'm a programmer, like a developer. I used to do back-end web development. Still do it, but not as much as I used to. Okay, let me bring in the image. And I think I should just access this through my texture folder. I need to go to my decode. Let me link. Okay, I just want to use this gradient. So, and so this, I can set up a new, go to the material view. So this is what we have. I want the gradient to be a top-down gradient, like you see in the image. So I'm just going to rotate. Let me use cube projection. Just rotate this 90 degrees so that our gradient is a top-down gradient like that. Okay, I'm going to blend this color, mix RGB with a yellow color like that. I can just use a color ramp directly. Hey, Johnny Mikado. Thank you. I'm also glad you're here. So let's get that nice orange, and this kind of bluish at the bottom. It's a bit, something like that. And then we can add details. Just add a loop here. Extrude along normals, just like that. And I need a diffuse. Actually, I think I need to start with a basic diffuse and then use to RGB, shader to RGB node, and just grab a color ramp. Let me have a sun, because we're trying to create a toon shader here. Let me turn on my lights here. Let's use a value of 10 for the side, for the sun. So we can capture that shadows. One thing you will notice is that anime usually has harsh shadows. There are usually no soft shadows. So let's use soft shadows. So we don't even need this gradient. So I can just select this, go to the render settings because we're using Eevee, and go to the shadows and turn off soft shadows. That should give us the harsh shadows, and I'm going to increase the resolution of the sun to something. I don't want it to be too much, but yeah, something like that. Okay, and for the sun, we're going to use contact shadows so that we don't see those. But these shadows look too jagged, and I don't want to use a very too large sun size or shadow size, because that can be very, very. Change the cube size, res to 2K. The cube size only affects other types of light. It doesn't affect the sun. So you can see it doesn't matter what I choose, I change it to. If I have, say, a point light, let me just see if I can see the shadow. Then the cube size can affect that. Yeah, and I think I'm wondering if we should just use the cube light. Maybe let's change this to an area light, because using a large cascade map kind of might slow down stuff. So I just want some direction like that. Contact shadows, and let's go back to the shadows here. All right, let me change this to the sun, because I think the reason why we're getting that kind of jagged shadow is not just the resolution, it's the angle that we're looking at this. Okay, now we can bring back this, blend the two, and can just use a multiply to just multiply the shadow on top of this. Does this matter which light source is used when making?